Big numbers, 100-minute bag.
Yeah. Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Now that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Ready, 50 to Pittsburgh. Mike 54.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Johnson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He's coming in motion.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
8-yard pickup. First down, Panthers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Gun.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Philo in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Being chased out left. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Newton now to throw. He's going to look deep for more, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The first down carry here for Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. No debate. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They stood up.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Let's go one more. Check 9, check.
From the gun, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rashard Matthews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down.
20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. And an alley to run. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
He can't hang. He's not hanging. Kick the edge. Look, weak. Gun. Express.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
In the face. Mike's 43. 43. Go. Express. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth.
Right over there.
They will go for it. Now Newton. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Hey, watch the slant. 58, boys, 58 for Mike. 8. Great.
On first and 10, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Let's go, D. Great. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Coming. Off. 58 is the mic. 58 is the mic. Know your job. 20. Express.
To throw again, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Great. Gun. 58, right over there. 58, right there. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 58. Gun. 58, come on. Get it.
To the air again, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. 43 is the mic. 40.
Again, Newton. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
58 to Mike. Here we go. That's it. 58, boys. 58.
Here's Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Newton to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
You got 3 down. Mike's 43.
Third and long. It's Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
We play to win. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Go, go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On the double. Check pass, check pass.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
Johnson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, check.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And Matthews makes the ground. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready, 50 for Pittsburgh. Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
1st down, Murray. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. It's tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
43's the mic. 43's
From the 29, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Finding room at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Express! 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 37. Check 37. Check 13. Check 13. Wide. Get wide. 66. Pull it. Half.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gun. 58, boy, 58, Mike. Here we go. Shot. 58, right there. Express. Hey.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
You better be afraid of me. Express. Get him. You got it. Express. 58, Mike.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming back. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Quick talk. Great. Check 31. 8.
Throwing again. Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the gun, Newton. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Watch the curve. Great.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have taken the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just and they got it done on the 2nd try.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing.
That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 62 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Six guys. Check 6.
Again, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Murray now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All day, every day, any day.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And this is incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 to Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
From the gun, Newton. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On first down, it's Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Watch that. Check, Mike. Go. Mike, 54. Watch.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Screenplay, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And a Panther first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Coming after you. Check 3. Great. Tighten up.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Great. 58 for Mike. Watch the express. 58, boys. 58 is Mike. Let's go. 58, right?
Operating from the gun. Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin the drive with Johnson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
In your face.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Go.
Hey, watch that. Check.
Here's Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The previous run, good for 9 yards.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Let's make these babies crawl a little bit.
Let's box. Right.
Shift.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Come on. You better bring it.
Slam.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Defense wins championships, baby. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
To Johnson again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rashard Matthews with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. To Vecchio to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Back to throw it, Murray. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. But now it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back him up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Single.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Arizona, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.